What's up, everybody? So we're here to talk about the good old 223. Oh, it's too light. Oh no, it's perfect. No, you don't know what you're talking about. I shoot 30-06. Nope. 223 is way too light on a white-tailed deer. No, it's not. I'm here to tell you it is not too light for a white-tailed deer. It's just not. I've taken many deer over the years. With a 223, 55 grain Hornady VMAX. And every single time, I'll just put it this way, I've never had to track any of the deer I've shot with a 223. Not this 223. That's more of my pig protection gun. Out here in West Texas, there's a lot of pigs. And I've been charged before just from walking. Wasn't hunting them. Happen to have it with me because you don't know what you're going to stumble up on. And I've been charged, and that gun has saved my butt. But anyway, back to the 223. If you're using a 55 grain in a 223, I wouldn't really recommend using a full metal jacket round. I would recommend using something with a ballistic tip, soft point. I've taken deer before with a soft point 223 right at about 100 yards. Was give or take about 100 yards, and that deer didn't run either. I mean, I shoot behind the shoulder. I don't want to make my target smaller and aim for the head or aim for the neck. I know I'm capable of doing it, but I just don't. Now, with the 223, it's not what people think. I've killed deer at over 200 yards with it. I've dropped pigs at right at 200, in between 100 and 200 yards. I've dropped pigs with it behind the shoulder, and they weren't little pigs. Some were kind of small, I guess, but the last one we nicknamed him Brutus for a reason. And yeah, he dropped in his tracks. And so, just saying, is the 223 too light? Well, according to me, in my experience, it's not too light. I think it's a great all-around rifle, or caliber, excuse me. And now, I'm not going to take it. If I were presented the opportunity to be taken on like a big game, elk, moose, caribou, I probably wouldn't take it. But on a white-tailed deer, it's not too light. I know people out there are like, thank you, somebody said it. And there's people out there that are like, he don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, switch, next video, unsubscribe, get out of here. I don't even have any subscribers, so I don't really care. But I'm just going to tell you, it's not too light. And then I've also, I couldn't believe my ears when I heard a 270, 130 grain people thought were too light on a deer. Woo! What? Oh my gosh. Done it. That's where I started. When I was a kid, I used a 270. I shot a Remington Core-Lokt 130 grain bullet. And guess what? Every single deer I hit with that thing didn't go more than 20 or 30 yards. If it didn't drop right where it stood, it complete pass through, a hole about the size of sometimes a $50, sometimes the exit hole of an acorn. So I'm just here to tell you that myth is wrong. Now, not to offend anybody. I know there's a lot of you hard-charging deer hunters out there, and actually hunters in general. And I've backed way off on hunting. I just can't, my body just can't really keep up with it anymore. And it's really, really, really expensive to hunt anymore. When I was in the military, I bought a Ruger 204 when I'd already had a couple 223s because I was like, hey, this would be a great varmint rifle. Well, I forgot my 223 is just not, or is just as good, if not better, than a 204. And that's back to preference. What do you like? What do you like? What do you like? What do you like? You know, it's all, well, we're just going to put it this way. It's all on what you want to shoot. That's it. That's it. Growing up in the 90s, I remember seeing old fellers at church that would say, hey, yeah, I got me a good buck last week. Shot him with my old 22 Hornet. And I'm like, what is that? I mean, I'm just a kid. I'm like, what is that? What's a 22 Hornet? That sounds crazy. And yeah, now, heck no, I wouldn't use that. But people were doing it. People did it. I guess it was legal back then. I didn't know what the laws were back then. I was just a kid. I followed where my dad took me, and we sat there and we high-fived and went on a celebration dinner if we got us a deer. And, you know, that's what it's all about. And, you know, don't make this too much of a business, which that's already too late. Hunting has become a business now. It's not about going out and making memories anymore. Because honestly, I could sit there and watch deer all day long and not pull the trigger. And I'm satisfied. When I see a deer, if I get to go hunting and I see a deer, I'm happy. I didn't get skunked. I didn't sit there and just stare at trees all day, which I'm cool with too. But I considered it success when I do see them. Watching them interact. Watching them how 1 minute there's nothing there. You slowly look this way, nothing. You look back, oh God, he's looking right at you. That's the coolest feeling to me. Now, I've killed more deer than smallpox growing up. I've taken a lot of animals. I've taken a lot of critters. I've taken a lot of turkey, as you can tell. This is just my turkey wall. That's Theodore, by the way. I named him Theodore. Don't know why, but I did. I named him Theodore. That was the coolest turkey hunt that I've ever had. I've killed lots of turkey. You know, pretty, not much to explain on that. But with him, he was different. I had to manipulate that turkey into walking into one tiny shooting hole that I had. Just one. That was the only option I had. He came up from behind, and I had to get him to stand over here from over there. And somehow I got him to walk into that hole and got the shot off. But anyway, so back to the topic again. 270, 130 grain, it works. Okay, if you want to use a 150 grain, use a 150 grain. It don't matter. But I'm just here to say a 130 grain works. I've never had any issues. 223 is not too light. And to be honest with you, if you want to start your kid off on with a caliber of 223 or 243 would be perfect. 223 will work. There's people out there that are worried that they would wound the animal. If your kid can shoot, your kid can put it on a pie plate, that deer is going down. I promise it's going down. So don't worry about that. You won't have to worry about your child getting gun shy, especially if they never shot before. So 223 is perfect. I personally like it just because there's the less recoil for you to stay on the gun. It's almost like shooting a 22 looking through a scope. I mean, I don't have a problem with recoil, but I loved how when I would fire a shot at whatever target I was shooting at, live or paper, my face stayed on the scope, or my vision stayed in the scope, not literally on the scope, but I wasn't pushed back off of it and had to regroup myself. But that's just me. That's just preference. I know it works. I've killed a lot of pigs with it. Killed a lot of deer with a 223. I've killed a lot of deer with a 130 grain 270. And I've killed pigs with a 130 grain 270. Not a problem. But to anybody out there that gets flack over using a lighter caliber, in this ear, out the other. Don't even, okay. You shoot great granddaddy's 30-06 that he uses in 1899. Cool, whatever. Now I know that's history buffs out there be like, well, okay, cool, whatever, I don't care. But what I'm saying is, You don't have to use a 30-06. You don't have to use a 270. You don't have to use a 6.5 Creedmoor. Love the 6.5 Creedmoor. That's an awesome gun. Awesome caliber. But if you got shoulder problems, or you're getting older, or you're young and you don't know what to start off with, you got the option of using a 223. Use a 223. Do it. I don't have to tell the old cats that. They already know that. I was learning from the old cats, and I'm getting up there in age myself. So when my son is ready to start hunting, he's old enough to hunt. He just hadn't really I wouldn't say like it. He wants to shoot coyotes, and for whatever reason he doesn't want to shoot deer, which is fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna make him do something he don't want to do. But when he does decide that he's ready to hunt for real, I will have no problem letting him use the 223 and not worry a single bit about it. So have fun out there. Be safe is the main thing. Don't do anything crazy. Know your target before you shoot it. My goodness, it breaks my heart to see somebody reading about somebody that have been injured, or even worse, lost their life doing something that they love to do the most because of somebody's negligent discharge, or mistaking them for big game. Know your target. But anyway, shout out real quick to Hootie Hoo. Man, you're the man. I love watching your videos. You're the best. He's just a good old country boy. He's just a good old man. You're not old. You're a good man. I've seen some stuff where I've heard of people saying that I've got a $2,000 gun. Cool, awesome. It's gonna shoot the same bullet as my rifle does. Most of my rifles are your workman's rifle. I can't afford stuff like that. The only reason I got that was from the graces of layaway and getting a hookup. From knowing the owner of the store. So that's the only reason. I couldn't afford that just by swiping a card. That ain't gonna happen. Whatever rifle fits you, it bonds with you, and you bond with it, that's the gun to go to. You don't have to buy a $2,000 rifle. You don't have to buy a $1,000 rifle. You do just fine with a $300 rifle. I don't care what anybody says. I know people hate on the Thompson Compass. The gun shoots good. I mean, it shoots. Find the ammo that it likes. Find the ammo that you like too, and you bond with it. You bond with that bad boy. If it works for you, it works for you. But just because somebody else says it doesn't work, doesn't mean it don't work. That's not how it goes. Yeah, there's a lot of silver spoon out there. Congratulations, you can afford stuff like that. Go for it, sweet. But if you're out there that are worried that you have a $300 rifle and you think the guy standing next to you that his poop don't stink, it stinks. Don't worry, it does. I guarantee you that rifle is going to shoot the exact same way that rifle is going to shoot. Hands down. That bullet's going to go the same way that bullet's going to go. It's going to come out of the muzzle the same speed as that muzzle. I don't care what anybody says. Don't like it, let me know about it. If you like it, let me know about it. If you don't want to let me know about it, that's cool too. I don't care. I got thick skin. But anyway, y'all take care.